Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Tim Wagon. We're in the Stoltz Listening Room at the Avalon Theater, and we are live on Facebook right now through the magic of MCTV downstairs in the Avalon Theater. And this is Soundchecks. We are doing these shows before the actual performance tonight. We are to let you know if you're in town, around, close, and you're looking for tickets, that you could come by and grab a ticket for the show. Unfortunately tonight, or fortunately for us, we are actually, unfortunately for you, we're sold out tonight. But in any case, we are here with Seamus Kennedy, who's performing tonight. Seamus, thank you for coming in.
You're entirely welcome, Tim. So there's really no point in me doing this, really, is there?
Right. That's kind of what I thought I thought I had off tonight.
Yeah. We're here now. Let's do it.
Right, sure. Seamus, just real quickly, tell everybody where you're from. You're in Maryland too now, or?
I live in Arnold, Maryland, and nobody knows where that is. It's actually just outside of Annapolis, between Annapolis and Savannah Park.
And have you run your whole career out of Arnold, Maryland? Or
no, I lived in Boston, Massachusetts for about 12 years back in the 70s.
And how long have you been performing? Actually,
I've been performing for 48 years.
48 years.
Yeah, you're supposed to say you don't look it.
Yeah, you don't look it.
Thank
you. You don't look it. So what made you, what got you, when did you say, okay, I'm going to do this? I mean, you were obviously 12 at the time when you decided to do that?
Nice. Yeah. No, I was a college dropout in New York City, and I figured I may as well do this for a living because I was going into pubs with my guitar and just singing for beer and fun. And then the owner of the saloon decided to pay me, and I thought, what? I get beer, I get paid to do something I'd be doing for nothing anyway. So,
and you've been on tour ever since?
48 years, yeah.
Well, what's the average number of years? I guess what's your biggest year? How many shows have you done in a year before?
Oh God, yeah, probably did about 250.
Is on the road? Are you still doing 250 shows a year?
Well, no, I'm doing about 150 a year now.
Is that right? And Seamus, we're gonna do a song real quick in 1 second. Your influences listed. There were two gentlemen that you list as your influences, and I think you've listed them several times. I can't. Tom McKay or what
Tommy Makem.
Tommy Makem
and the Clancy brothers.
And the Clancy brothers.
Yeah.
Now, my question is: were they funny as well?
Well, they were the founders of the Irish folk music scene. They're the one that brought Irish folk music to the fore in the 1960s. They sold out Carnegie Hall, and they got the Irish to really take an interest in their own musical heritage. So we owe them that. But they were actors, and they used to do a marvelous job presenting their concerts. So there was a lot of humor and pathos. You know, they could bring a tear to your eye as well as have you rolling, laughing in the aisles.
Is it a prerequisite as an Irish performer to actually be funny on stage? Because so many of the Irish, and none are funnier than you, but so many of the Irish performers have this sort of almost self-deprecating style of humor. Can you talk about that a little bit?
That's just the Irish sense of humor. It's not a prerequisite, but I'll tell you what, it helps. It really does. Yeah.
It's always extremely entertaining.
Yeah, and, well, it's the same with any musician. It's all very well being a virtuoso musician, but if you don't present it with a little bit of humor, the audience is just going to walk away.
Well, again, thank you very much for coming out tonight, Seamus. I don't know how many times you've been to the Avalon. At least maybe 6 or 7 times. Yeah. Once again, in the Stoltz Listening Room tonight, Seamus Kennedy is performing at 8 o'clock. You can always try to walk in around the back of the room and check it out as the show gets going, but we are sold out tonight. Seamus, you want to do a number for us real quick?
Absolutely. I'll do a couple of songs from my hometown, Belfast.
Thanks a lot for coming again, Seamus.
You're entirely welcome. Oh, by the way, I got these songs from the Clancy brothers and Tommy Makem.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was one of their Carnegie Hall albums.
Here it is.
I'll tell me ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair, they stole my comb, that's all right till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is a courtin' 1, 2, 3, please won't you tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her, all the boys are fighting for her. Knock at the door and the ring at the bell, so know my true love, are you well? Out she comes as white as snow, rings on her fingers, bells on her toes. Old Johnny Murray said she'll die if she doesn't get the fellow with a roving eye. Well, tell me ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair, they stole my comb. That's all right till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty. She is the belle of Belfast City. She is a courtin' 1, 2, 3. Please, will you tell me who is she? Let the wind and the rain and the hail blow high, and the snow come travelling from the sky. She's as nice as apple pie. She'll get her own lad by and by. When she gets a lad of her own, she won't tell her ma when she gets home. Let them all come as they will, for it's Albert Mooney she loves still. I'll tell me ma when I go home. The boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, they stole my comb. That's all right till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty. She is the belle of Belfast City. She is a courtin' 1, 2, 3. Please will you tell me who is she? My Aunt Jane, she called me in. She gave me tea out of her wee tin. Half a bap with sugar on the top. 3 black lumps out of her wee shop. My Aunt Jane, she's awful smart. She bakes wee rings and an apple tart. And when Halloween comes round, for Nance that tart I'm always found. She is handsome, she is pretty. She is the belle of Belfast City. She is a courtin' 1, 2, 3. Please will you tell me who is she?
Seamus, thank you very much. Again,
You're
that was
entirely welcome.
Tom Makem and
The Clancy Brothers.
the Clancy brothers there via Seamus Kennedy. Extremely funny show tonight, and great Irish heritage, and we love having you here. Thank you very much
so
for coming.
It's great being here. Thank you.
Thank you. And just real quick, if you're out there, Claude Bourbon is performing tomorrow night. We do have tickets for that. That's an 8 o'clock show. That is on Sunday. So thank you all for watching. Thanks, Seamus.
I think I'll come to that one tomorrow. There's tickets available.